Hey everyone, and welcome to another All About RVs video tour. Today, I want to take you on an RV tour here with me of this brand new 2027 Rpod 194 smaller couple style travel trailer here built by Forestriver RV. This thing comes in about 20 feet 6 inches long, and this one was right around 3,516 pounds dry. But I want to take a few minutes here. We're going to walk you through the inside, the outside. We're going to look at the roof, look underneath, and really kind of show you what this Rpod travel trailer is all about. We'll be right back on the inside. All right, guys, we're now walking up inside the brand new 2027 Rpod 194 smaller couple style travel trailer here. You can see there a little listing of a few of their top features. Pause it if you want to read it. Screen door, window built in, is Lippert thin shade ready, so you can actually add an aftermarket shade to that. But going on up into the RV, right here immediately on the right is going to be your bedroom. So basically you have, I think it's about a 60 by 80 queen bed across the front. Looking right on down below there, you can see quite a bit of storage space under there, so you could maybe get you some totes or something to kind of shove some of your stuff under there. The window on the right there does open. You have a pull down roller shade on that window. You have a 27-inch smart TV right there. Shameless plug, my All About RVs YouTube channel playing right there. That is All About RVs, one word. You can hop over there, check it out for long and short form content. If you don't mind, please remember to subscribe, smash that like button, help out the channel. Much, much appreciated. The front window does open, by the way. So that is kind of an acrylic window that flips open. It has a pull up and a pull down blind, like a screen and blind kind of setup. So you could actually leave that whole big window open on a good night. Over here on the left, you are going to have an emergency exit window that also opens. There's a couple cup holders there, USB charger port on each side, and an electric outlet in the middle. Forgot to mention that TV, by the way, is 12 volt powered for you off-grid people. Right here, that little blue sticker tells me that this RV has a Winegard Air 360 Plus TV antenna on it. And there's an aftermarket gateway connect you can buy and put on, and then basically subscribe to like AT&T or Verizon wireless internet and try to bring in some internet for you off-the-grid people. Underneath that cabinet right there is an electric outlet and a USB charger port, couple lights. Now, you can see in the pictures popping up, that is a pretty good amount of storage across there. Your ducted AC is kind of a drop-in AC right here by Furrion. It has a quick dump, or you can close that and send it through the ductwork. Over here on this side, there's going to be some controls right here. So there is a Bluetooth connector for the indoor-outdoor speakers, your 30 amp charge controller for the solar panels. Right down here is the on-demand water heater control. You have some light switches on the left along with the awning in and out button. And in the middle part has the water heater override, the water pump switch, and the monitor panel to check your holding tanks. Looking right on down there is the propane furnace. And then below that is going to be your central vac, and it does come with the hoses. And just below the central vac, it also has the dustpan vac part where you can just sweep things into it. Just to the right of that is going to be your electric box with your breakers and fuses. Now, looking up here, there's going to be a decent sized pantry here on the left of the refrigerator. And then you do have the Furrion 10.7 cubic foot, 12 volt powered refrigerator. Freezer on top, refrigerator part on the bottom, guys. Back over here, I forgot to mention the dinette right here. It does have storage underneath of both seats. So you can raise those seats up. You can kind of see that. And that's usually where they kind of hide the griddle when they ship it in from the factory. It's usually underneath that area. Now this will drop down and make into a bed also if you need it to. That window does open right there. Going on back here to the back side, we will have our overhead cabinet space here. Hood range light and fan also right there. Window opens. There is an electric outlet USB charger port here on the left. 2-burner gas stovetop with the flip up and down glass lid. Looking on down below there is going to be 3 full extending ball bearing drawer guided drawers. You have your air fryer convection microwave system right there also. And then you're going to have some storage underneath of your sink area right there, pretty decent amount. You do have the large single bowl sink right there with the high-rise sprayer faucet, a sink cover / cutting board. That big back window opens. And then right there on the left is an electric outlet pop-up with USB and USB-C and also wireless charge pad on it. The 2 windows back here have pull-down roller shades. And then you're going to have some more storage space back there. Digital thermostat here on the wall works your air conditioner and also your propane furnace. And then right down there is a propane leak detector. Hopefully you never need it for anything, but it is there in case of a need. The bathroom door does have a lock on it. That's kind of nice because most of them usually don't. Going right on back here is our bathroom area. So you can see kind of a nice backlit mirror right there. Looking up top, we have the large 14-inch Furrion turbo exhaust fan right there. Does have a max air cover on it, which is really nice. You can kind of see this wall right here, the accent wall, a little different looking right here. Got some little towel holders, a couple little shelves right there, electric outlet also right there. Sink, little storage down below that area. Porcelain foot flush toilet. And then over here is going to be your shower area, which you do have a pull across vinyl door, ABS tub surround. That shower pan's probably about 3 inches deep roughly. And you got a skylight up above right there. Let's step in here, kind of turn around just so we can see what it looks like from looking at the shower area. There is a couple light switches there and also a motion light there too. All right, so that kind of concludes the inside part of the Rpod 194 here. I want to take you on a tour of the outside as well. We're going to look at the roof, look underneath and everything. If you guys don't mind, please remember to smash that like button. And if you haven't done so already, please remember to subscribe. But we'll be right back on the outside. All right, we are now back on the outside of the brand new 2027 Rpod 194 travel trailer here. Starting here on the door side, we're going to work our way around for you. So first things up, you have a white fiberglass exterior, aluminum studded foam block insulated sidewall. The fiberglass is attached to the upgraded Azdel composite material instead of the cheaper wood Luan backers. It does have obviously some vinyl graphics. You can see deep tint safety glass windows. You're going to have power awning with an LED light strip built in close to the body of the RV. Adjustable arms for tilting, manual override in the front arm head in case of an electronic failure. Now looking across the front section, right down here you can see a pretty good sized pass-through storage area right here. There is a motion light in here, switch for the front cap light along with looks like a USB charger port in there. There is, looking down below here, the manual heavy-duty scissor jack. You can see that enclosed underbelly and stuff kind of rolling on back through there. And it looks like we are built on a BAL Huck bolt chassis. So a nice chassis system right there. The newer models have gone to the Moorine composite step, which is a little different looking than the earlier version. And it again has a 500-pound rating like the other version. Adjustable feet, come down, touch the ground. It flips in and out the same, but it is a composite style step now. But that again is rated for 500 pounds. So it's pretty heavy duty step, and it doesn't rock and roll the RV as bad when you are running in and out of the RV. Now the entry door is a deep tent safety glass entry door. It does have the window built in that's Lippert thin shade ready. Now it is also prepped for that longer door handle. You can kind of see that little thing right there. So the door handle would go from there all the way up. So it's a little easier for shorter folks to reach the door and open the door without having to walk up the steps. The Rpod is a little bit lower of an RV compared to, like, say, the No Boundaries or something that they also build. So it is not as crucial as it might be on, say, a No Boundaries, but it's still something to consider depending on your height. You have the folding entry handle there to help you get in and out of the RV. There's a few advertisement stickers right down there. Talks about the 400 watts of solar that was ordered on this one. Talks about the Asdale, the Camp Care Foundation. You guys might check that out if you're looking to donate. And then also just kind of mentions that you have Goodyear Endurance tires. They also have aluminum wheels, drum brakes, easy lube hubs, and it does have a tire pressure monitoring system that comes with it to help you keep up with the tires. You have two outdoor speakers up high right there, and you also have a porch light up there too. Furnace exhaust out right over there. And then right here you have this nice little kind of outdoor cooking area. There's an electric outlet and cable outlet right here, so you could mount a TV here if you wanted to on this bracket. You also have the little removable table there. You're going to have a couple little hanger things down there. And then I did not get the griddle out, but there is a 18-inch griddle that would mount on these hanging brackets and allow you to do some cooking out here too. You have the hot and cold outside utility shower also right there, so you're gonna have water over here. Now just kind of looking down below under here, again, you can see that enclosed underbelly coming back, your rear jack, the gas line hookup area to plug in that portable grill. There's a stove exhaust vent up there next to that window. There is a little flapper in there, and you do have to remember to open that up when you're cooking so the smoke comes out. On around to the back side of the RV right here, there is a traditional 4-inch square tube bumper on the back. The spare tire mount and cover all hooked up to that bumper. Just below that is also a 2-inch hitch receiver, so you could haul, like, say, a small bike rack or luggage rack on there. It is not a towing style hitch, so do not try to tow with it. Now, looking up in the top center right there, this customer put the Furrion rear observation camera on it. Now, it comes prepped from the factory for a camera. Again, this customer chose to have one put on theirs. Now, just kind of walking up my staircase here, I wanted to kind of show you what the roof might look like depending on how you order yours, but just kind of checking it out right there. You can see a skylight here in the back, plumbing stack here in the back. This one again was ordered with 400 watts of solar, so you have two 200-watt solar panels up there. There is a max air cover covering up that turbo vent inside so that it can be left open in the rain and stuff and still vent out air. There is also another vent cap up there for the plumbing stack. And then you got your AC there, and then I can't see it very well, but just over to the right of the AC over there is a little black thing, which is the TV antenna. So you can pick up some reception when you're out camping, hopefully. Now, walking on back down here, you can see just underneath the bottom right down there is the dumping area for your gray and black tank dumps. Again, that rear jack back here. You're gonna have your detachable 30 amp power cord right here. Cable satellite inlet, black tank flush also right there. And then a lot of people ask where the little frog guy is this year. He is hanging out right here on the back side. Little frog guy has been doing a lot of different adventures on the Rpods over the years. Looking underneath this next section here, again, you can kind of see that enclosed underbelly rolling up through there. And then up toward the front is the fresh water tank drain. And also up there on the side of the frame is the repeater for the tire pressure monitoring system. Just kind of stepping back here so you can see down this whole side. You're gonna have your on-demand water heater located right there, your city water inlet, your gravity fill fresh water inlet. And then you can kind of see here the other side of that compartment. Now there is a little access panel here on the right. You can pop that off, a couple screws, and that would allow you to get back in behind there to do some winterization stuff and check your fittings and things. Now right here's some very important informational stuff. So for example, this is what they refer to as the production date sticker. Tells me this particular RV was built 7/22 of 26. Model number again, 194. Right here we have our gross weight. This is the most you're allowed to load the RV up to. Axle weight, hitch weight, everything combined. Do not exceed this number, 4,760 pounds. Tells me the RV, when it rolled off the assembly line with these options and upgrades, was 3,516 pounds. Had an exterior length of 20 feet 6 inches. Tire size tells me it's an ST 225 75R15 E-range tire with an 80 PSI cold. And again, it is extremely important to keep up with your tire pressure. And then right down there again, guys, that is where the tire pressure monitor repeater is. But there's also like a little QR code thing on there. When you get your Rpod, it comes with this little blue, or little, not blue, but it's a little white kind of activator thing for the tire pressure monitor, because these are all going to a app-based version. So the new models will start having this app-based version. You use this little wand thingy and basically activate that and pair it to the app on your smartphone. So there is a little steps that you have to do when you get your new RV with the TPS app version. You can see on the front, it has a nice fiberglass roll up the front. It is sloped back pretty good for a little more aerodynamic than the traditional flat front. That window again on the front does open, and there is also an orange LED light strip along the bottom of the window, and then the little FR logo there also has an orange light up in there. Lower diamond plate right there. You got the power tongue jack, light built in, manual override, 2 5/16 hitch ball, heavy duty safety chain, 7-way Bargman wiring plug, breakaway cable, all that stuff. It does have an adjustable foot pad on the jack. Battery disconnect over here on the front of the frame. There's room for 1 or 2 batteries to go here depending on the size of the battery that you go with. It comes with 0 batteries from the RV maker. If you purchase from Couch's RV Nation, it does come with at least 1 battery in box. If you want to add a second one, talk with your salesperson about maybe adding a second one. There is a single 20-pound propane tank with the hard bottle cover over top of it right there. All right, guys, that kind of concludes the ins and outs of the brand new 2027 Rpod 194 couple style travel trailer here. If you don't mind, please remember to smash that like button. If you haven't done so already, please remember to subscribe. And if you don't mind, do yourself and your wallet a huge favor and check out the folks at Couch's RV Nation, guys. They're one of the largest internet discount dealers in the country. Check them out.